There is one simple reason why Bitcoin didn't fall yet. I'm gonna tell you that, but before that, the world has gone completely mad. US natural gas extends gains to 40% on the day. This is not a shitcoin, it's natural gas. Uranium, up to levels not seen since 2024 October. We have the S&P 500 on its 9th consecutive green month. 9 candle green monthly candle. Then we have gold prices, $5,100 per ounce. Then we have silver on Shanghai silver prices, soared to 127 per ounce. We see silver generating 32 billion in 24-hour volume, 15 times its average, by far the most volume of any security on the planet. It's actually crazy. Now, one thing that everybody's going to talk to you about, the rotation of Bitcoin and all that, Bitcoin should fall. That's not a question. The question is when, how, and why did it not fall yet? And will this rotation from these crazy happenings from gas, from silver, from gold, be actually rippling down to crypto? That's what I'm going to talk about. If you don't know who I am, my name is 𝗬𝗢𝗡, and I drop these 5 to 10 minutes updates every single day. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and come back every single day. Let's go. Very important. One of the most important things that you're going to see on your timeline today is the rotation is happening. And it might be. But the reality is that every single time we've seen the RSI, and I don't use RSI, but on a very high time frame, it does work. Every time we've seen this, silver and gold had a massive sell-off. And this is showing, this is a signal. Yesterday, in 90 minutes, gold and silver raised hold on to your chair, $7 trillion of market cap. That's almost the entire crypto market. That's Bitcoin. Bitcoin gone. That's how much the silver and Bitcoin, that's how much gold and silver raised in 90 minutes. That's a massive, massive, massive signal that there could be a top-ish period coming in for metals. 94 RSI on silver is less of a breakout and more of a reminder that gravity eventually wins. We have to monitor this. There are a lot of people who ride this, and as I said, will tell you that this could be the rotation. And again, could be, we're gonna look at it in a second. But if you compare Bitcoin and silver, you can see that Bitcoin is sitting on the bottom on Bitcoin and silver. Could be a massive, massive reversal coming. Gold chart testing a 14-year-old trend. Now, this sounds all good and it sounds fantastic, and we in our small crypto bubble think that, oh my God, there should be a Bitcoin bounce. But the reality is that Bitcoin is turning into a bear market phase. Now, whether it's the 4-year cycle, whatever, but Bitcoin does not look good. Now, I still think 2026 can be bullish, but there is a reason why I have taken both a Bitcoin and a silver and a Solana short. I shared it all in the community. If you're not in the community, it's free. Join in. There's a link in the description. Now, super, super, super important. If you look at the chart, you can see that silver is basically skyrocketing. So from yesterday, this is yesterday. No, it's not yesterday. What is this? It's November 20th. Sorry, this is yesterday here. January here. This was the dump here yesterday, 14%. You see it down here, all the way 14%, and then an immediate recovery. If you look at this and you look at the lower time frame, 1 hour or 15-minute chart, you see that there is a break of structure on the 1 hour chart down here. A very, very clear break of structure. 3 consecutive candles and the break below that and the retrace to this high time frame order block. Now, if I look at the chart and I look at this, I short this asset. The reason why I actually shorted silver as well is because this is a prime setup for the top being in, considering everything I just said. The question is, why did Bitcoin not fall yet? And I have also told you that I shorted, I actually shared the chart in the community. I have to make one small adjustment on this, and that is that I am going to increase the stop loss on my Bitcoin short and my Solana short to the 4-hour high. The reason is because there is so much uncertainty and so much volatility that can potentially come into the market this week. Again, riding onto this whole narrative of crypto will bounce when metals stop, which basically has no significant evidence from the past other than this 14-year trend that we're testing. But Bitcoin does look horrible on the high time frame. Let me go back to silver for a second. So I have shorted silver. You see my position up here. I shorted on Toobit. Now, you haven't seen me trading on Toobit yet. They are one of our partners. I've tested the platform for the past 2-3 weeks. I wanted to make sure this is something that I really can stand behind. They are a Singapore-based company. I'm going to visit them this week. I'm going to spend time with the founders. But I told them if we onboard a new exchange partner for us, I do want an incredible deal for you guys. So here it is. It is limited. I know that all of you will want it, but just so you know, don't DM me if you don't, if you can get it. Please. Just if you can, if you want to see this, then go ahead and do it. There's $50 sign up bonus just on signing up. and you get 20% deposit on your deposit. So if you deposit $100, you get $20. If you deposit $300, you get $60. You get this all in bonuses. So once you sign up, on the top right here, you will have this use bonus little button, and then you can just simply claim your bonus, okay? You claim it, and then you can play with this bonus money. So you can test the platform, and if you like this, you can take positions with that up to 20x leverage, up 30 days from the moment you claim it. Again, there is a link in the description and in the pinned comment. Go and do it. I think there is 500 spots. I think it's a no-brainer. Do it. Just try it out. And also let me know what you think about the platform. I like it. I'm going to be trading much more on Toobit. And if you want it as well, do it. Non KYC, available worldwide. That said, I have shorted silver here, and I am going to add and open these new positions that I have shared in the community. I took them on Bitfunded, but I'm going to take them here as well. Super important. I increase both on Bitcoin and on Solana. I'm increasing it to the 4-hour high. The reason is because the volatility that can come in from this, I'm not saying twisted narrative, but something for the crypto bros to hang on to, that there is going to be this rotation from metal to Bitcoin that can be resulting in a little bit of a pump that could potentially go and close above the 15-minute high, that would potentially fake out a lot of people, and a lot of people will jump on and call for the reversal, and that's the time to flush it. Again, I do nothing else on this channel but share with you my opinion. I believe the highest probability is that Bitcoin going to fall. But I also have to be very honest, and it is the truth that it's very, very difficult to trade the market now. The best trade is no trade. But I also know that if I don't get in on a short position now, and I don't take proper risk management, obviously do that, proper risk management, but if I don't get in here, I do think that the fall that is resulting here could be the final leg down before an extra reversal up to the daily high. So the reason why I have taken these shorts, and I'm going to add to these shorts, is because I believe the outcome of this is going to be a flush down here to sub 80,000, bounce from this very strong weekly level between $75,000 and $80,000, and come all the way potentially to the daily, and then if you're lucky, break above there, full reversal. I don't know if that's happening, but at least up to 100K again, and then potentially final flush, as Ben Cowan says. I'm gonna have him on the channel and ask him what he thinks. But ultimately, this is my playbook. So for now, the reason why I think Bitcoin didn't fall yesterday, which I expected it to do, and the reason why we had this little bit of a climb back up here, is because of what we've seen with metals topping, is because of the 14% candle, the $1.7 trillion erased from gold and silver, and the narrative within crypto about potentially there can be a top in metals, and that could mark the bottom for Bitcoin. I don't think that's the case. I do think even if that is the case, it's a very, very short-lived pump, maybe up to this 100, maybe up to this 90 to 91,000 region, and then a rejection from there. I would be very, very surprised seeing Bitcoin close above the 4-hour high, which is currently sitting at 91,250. We will see how it goes. Obviously, every single day we take this on the channel, but I don't think that's happening. TLDR, everybody will be saying today that there is rotation happening from silver and gold down to crypto. They will find some charts. Maybe that can happen on a short-lived hype base, but ultimately Bitcoin is going lower. I do think Bitcoin is going to sub 80,000, and the reason why it didn't happen yet is because of the top signal for metals, gold and silver, which can happen at the same time. It can happen that gold here will falls and Bitcoin falls with it and just follows up maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month later and starts a reversal. So ultimately, I am short. I'm going to drop these updated charts in the community. Again, there is a link in the description, and I am going to open up potentially new shorts. Gonna open them as well. I'm going to drop all the charts in the community. I have dropped this silver trade already. It is in here. I have taken the silver short, and I'm going to add to my Bitcoin short Solana, potentially taking ETH, as well. Look at this, coming back to the 15. There is basically, I don't see any possibility of this closing above 3,100 anytime soon. If you look at this liquidity as well, I wanted to show you one more thing on the total. This liquidity here is scary. I always tell you, a lot of people trade trend lines and maybe it works for them. Ultimately, trend lines are liquidity. Market makers know exactly where retail places their stop losses, and I do believe that this here is the playbook for the coming, potentially for the coming week, but unfortunately, most likely beginning of the first few weeks of February as well. That said, guys, again, check out Toobit. I think there is 500 spots for these for the bonus. Go and check them out. There's a link in the description. I'm also dropping it in the community. Come back for another one. It's going to be an exciting week. I know that the timeline is going to be divided, and then we'll just see how it goes. I do not think that even if the top on gold and silver is in, which I do think a local top of silver is definitely in, I do not think that that is a straight definitive yes for crypto and Bitcoin to have the bottom. We'll see. I'll see you in the community, and I'll see you here tomorrow as well. Take care.